Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are looking at the NBA Draftkings and Fanduel Showdown picks for game number 5. It should be a fun one today. We got the series tied 2 apiece. Hopefully this one goes 7 so we get some more games to talk about. Steph Curry has been absolutely on fire this series. I think even if they lose, he deserves some consideration for Finals MVP, the way that he's played and been so consistent if he continues that the next couple of games. But let's get started. Hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out all the other links down below. If you play on PrizePicks and use my PrizePicks plays that I posted in my other video. Looking at the DraftKings pricing, they priced up the studs. Curry and Tatum are now both over $11,000. It might be a little bit tough to get to both if you put one of them in at captain. Just because there's not too many good value. DraftKings kind of priced up the value. Like we were getting Otto Porter in the earlier games. He was like $4,000, 46, 40. Started off just being flat 4K, but now he's up to 5K, so he's not much of a value. In my mind, the only values that we have that will play some minutes would be Gary Payton, Pritchard, Bielitsa will play a handful, and then Grant Williams will play some as well. But we even saw last game that his playing time is not super consistent. He got 4 fouls, and he in 13 minutes wasn't super productive. He does give you opportunities to bounce back, but so he would be a decent value just because we don't have too many. I think that maybe Gary Payton might be the best, although he doesn't play as many minutes as maybe like a Pritchard will, or as many minutes as maybe a Grant Williams will. Pritchard will play the least amount of minutes. He's very tough to get to. Played about 10 minutes last few games, and playing time has kind of come down since he was playing close to 15 to 20 the first couple of games. They are getting a lot more production out of Jarek White, and they're fine with playing a little bit bigger with getting Robert Williams more minutes, how productive he's been. So if we do put in like Steph Curry at captain, it might be a bit tough to get to Tatum as well. So if I do put in Curry, the guys that have been playing a lot this series have been like a guy like Marcus Smart, who's been awesome, even though he's shooting a bit poorly. He's not the best shooter. Last game he just shot 7 of 18, but he had 4 steals. He got you there just by playing really well on the defensive end and getting you some peripheral stats. Another game with 5 assists gets you some rebounding opportunities as well. So he's always in the mix for me if I put him in at $80, $200. Another guy that I like is Robert Williams. He got up to 30 minutes for the first time, I believe, all postseason. That's the first time he's gotten over 30 minutes, and continues to be very productive for them just by giving them a big presence to keep the Warriors guys from driving to the paint. He will block any shots that he can. So it's kind of discouraging guys to drive into the paint and go for layups, and gets you rebounds. I think he's a really good option. You can look to play him in the utility. If you're making a bunch of teams, I think some Robert Williams at captain will be fine. I like Robert Williams more than Draymond at this point. He still can be productive, but his shot is just not falling. He's probably just lost all confidence with that based off of last game, but almost did give you a double-double with the rebounding and the assists, and he also had 4 steals, which helped him, something you don't expect every single game. In the 6K range, though, I'd probably say Draymond is my favorite besides Robert Williams, it would be Robert Williams and Draymond. Then Derek White, I'm not that interested in Looney at 62, even if he comes off the bench. I don't think you can count on him playing as many minutes as he did last game. He was just pretty productive, and Otto Porter was struggling a bit in his limited minutes, so that could easily flip-flop if they decide to start Otto Porter again. And then for value, I think Jordan Poole looks solid. He's only $5,800. I have more confidence in him at this point than looking to Otto Porter for $800 left. So if I put in like a Jordan Poole, leaves us with just over $6,000 left. And then in terms of the bottom end value, it's basically Gary Payton or Grant Williams as the 2 guys that you can count on to play at least over probably 15 minutes or so. Can't really say that about Pritchard. Can't really say that about Bielitsa. I'll probably play under 10. Going with Payton leaves us with 87, so you can put in Wiggins and leave some money on the table, which is completely fine on showdowns. If you are not somebody that doesn't like to do that, you could upgrade Jordan Poole to like a Draymond, but Jordan Poole does have opportunities and does have chances where he can outscore Draymond, and if that does happen, you'd much be better off with keeping some money on the table. So that's what you could do if you put in Steph Curry at captain. If I go cheaper at captain, I think you can make cases for like a Wiggins at 11.4. You can make a case for Draymond. If I go all the way down to Jordan Poole, this one is where you can get to both Curry and Tatum and still get to some other top-end guys like a Wiggins. You put in like maybe a Gary Payton at 34, and you have $7,900 $100 left to put in, like a Robert Williams or get up to like a Klay Thompson if you wanted to. It still leaves you with some money on the table, which you can, once again, just keep it. Or you can upgrade from like a Wiggins to a Marcus Smart. Peyton you can upgrade a little bit to a Grant Williams at his price tag. Another option to put in at captain if you're looking to save some money, a guy that has been productive, has been Wiggins at 11.4. See if we can try to get to the 2 superstars as well with Curry and Tatum. Probably won't be able to get to like Marcus Smart at his price tag, but you'll probably look to get to like a Jordan Poole, put in like a Gary Payton. We have 7,000 left, so this is where you can put in like a Robert Williams. And you do have 4 Golden State guys in this one, but you do have a couple of the better options on the Boston side with Tatum and Robert Williams are probably a couple of my favorites, followed by Marcus Smart at 82. I don't think I'll be able to get up to 10K. Jaylen Brown, and then Derek White's kind of expensive, not 64 coming off the bench, even though he did play a lot of minutes last game. I mean, he's similarly priced to Robert Williams and Draymond and guys that will start and play probably a little bit more minutes and have more opportunities unless he continues to hit his threes. So that's basically it for the DraftKings side. I'm looking to be a bit conservative with my captains just so I can get to both Curry and Tatum. So I think a Wiggins is definitely fine. I think these 4 will probably be my core picks. Wiggins, Curry, Tatum, and Robert Williams, and then Smart at his price tag. It's a little bit tougher to get to him at 82 compared to like Robert Williams at 68. Hopefully Williams has another big game. Maybe can get you a double-double today or continue to get up some blocks and steals. That's it for DraftKings. Go ahead and take a look at FanDuel. All right, so over on FanDuel, they have Tatum priced more than Curry, which is fine, but I think at home, I expect the Warriors to win this game. Got the last couple of predictions right. Picked the Warriors last game, they won. Picked the Celtics game before that, they won. So this one, expecting the Warriors to be able to take care of business, and then hoping that Boston wins game number 6, and then we are able to get to a game 7. But if you do Curry here, go with Tatum, you're left with 95, which is fine. Jaylen Brown, 14.5 would be tough to get to if you're looking to get to prioritize the top 2 guys, which I usually will do. If you put in like a Marcus Smart here at 12,000, in terms of the value, I do like Jordan Poole a bit at 9,000. I do like Otto Porter at 75. I mean, it looks a lot better than his 5K price tag on DraftKings. Looks better than Gary Payton to me. Looks better than Grant Williams at 8K, and definitely don't too much confidence in Bielitsa. So this is something fine. Like you get to Jordan Poole and Otto Porter guys off the bench that can close. If at least one of them definitely will close, because Kevon Looney won't be closing. And then you get to the 2 superstars, and you get to Marcus Smart, a guy that can drop 40 fantasy points, not 40 real life points. And then if not, I do like Robert Williams at his price tag. Robert Williams, especially on FanDuel, is just so valuable now that he's playing, kind of back to playing a lot more minutes, and kind of has solidified his role and looks to be, even though he's still listed as questionable, I think that's just maybe keep some of the Warriors guessing a bit, maybe to play with them a bit. But I know he's not 100%, but he's looked a lot better than he did earlier in the postseason, and that's why he's playing more minutes recently. But on FanDuel, where this series he racked up 3 stocks, wrapped up 7 stocks, 2 stocks, 5 stocks. You're getting quick, easy fantasy points from that. So put him in at the pro position, leaves us with extra 2K left. So instead of like a Jordan Poole here, we're able to get up to like a Draymond Green or somebody like that. But on FanDuel, at least for the core play, it's going to be Steph Curry. It's going to be Jason Tatum. And then I think getting to an Otto Porter at 75 will be something I'm looking to do. And then I probably like to get to Robert Williams. And then I would have it as Wiggins at 12.5 looks fine, but maybe Marcus Smart 500 less, or maybe get to Draymond at only 1,100 or 11,000. Last time Draymond was 13K, and it was very tough to get to him. But this is what I'd probably start with on FanDuel. Kind of same deal. I've been looking to get to Curry and Tatum throughout all these postseason games, and they've been the ones that, for the most part, been leading. Especially Curry. Tatum's been solid most of the games. Had one very bad game fantasy-wise, but ultimately looking to prioritize the superstars on these final showdowns. They're going to be the guys that have the most usage rate, have the ball in their hands, will be taking the most shots. So some people like to get cute. Personally, I like just to go with the best plays in my mind. So that's what I got for you guys. Best of luck. Stay tuned for more videos. Hope you guys make some money tonight, and I will see you all next time.